Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's topic is one of the most sensitive and painful issues in family life, the breakup between husband and wife. In today's world, divorces are increasing, homes are breaking apart, and children are suffering. But the Quran and Sunnah give us complete guidance to prevent such breakups and to bring peace back into marriage. In this video, we will discuss why breakups happen, Quranic verses and hadith about reconciliation, Wazif and du'as to restore love and mercy, practical steps for couples to save their marriage. 1. Why do breakups happen? 1:30 to 3:30. Breakups between husband and wife often occur because of lack of communication. Small misunderstandings turn into big fights. Ego and pride. Both want to be right instead of solving the issue. Anger and harsh words. Words hurt more than actions sometimes. Neglecting Islamic teachings. Forgetting patience, kindness, and forgiveness. The Quran reminds us, and do not forget graciousness between you. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:237. Even after arguments, Allah commands us not to forget kindness. 2. Quranic guidance for marriage, 3:30 to 6 o'clock. Allah says in the Quran, and among his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy. Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. This verse teaches us that marriage is not a battlefield. It is supposed to be a place of peace, affection, and mercy. If anger or breakup happens, it means we are moving away from this divine guidance. Another verse states, and live with them in kindness. Surah An-Nisa 4:19. So even if your spouse makes mistakes, kindness is the foundation of marriage. 3. The Prophet's example, 6 to 9 o'clock. The Prophet Muhammad was the best example of a husband. He never raised his hand against his wives. He used to help them at home, speak to them with gentle words, and forgive their mistake. Anger is natural, but uncontrolled anger destroys love. Wives usually get upset due to emotional hurt, neglect, or feeling unappreciated. Quran warns us against anger. And those who restrain anger and pardon people, and Allah loves the doers of good. Surah Al-Imran 3:134. This verse shows that controlling anger is a sign of true believers. 2. Prophet's example with his wives, 3:30 to 6 o'clock. Even the wives of the Prophet sometimes became upset. But how did he react? He never responded with anger. He gave them time to calm down. He spoke softly and with kindness. Hadith. The most perfect of believers is he whose character is the best, and the best of you are those who are best to their wives. Tirmidhi. This means patience and kindness are the keys to handling an angry wife. 3. Steps to deal with an angry wife, 6 to 10 o'clock. 1. Stay calm. If she shouts, don't shout back. Anger plus anger equals fire. 2. Listen carefully. Sometimes wives only want to be heard. 3. Show empathy. Say, I understand you're upset. Let's solve it together. 4. Give space. If she needs time, step back politely. 5. Express love. A gentle hug or kind words can melt her anger. 4. Quranic guidance for husbands, 10 to 1300 hours. Allah says, and live with them in kindness. For if you dislike them, perhaps you dislike a thing, and Allah makes therein much good. Surah An-Nisa 4:19. This teaches husbands not to focus on small mistakes, but to look at the bigger picture of goodness. Another verse, and do not forget graciousness between you. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:237. Even during arguments, do not forget kindness. 5. Wazif and du'as to calm anger, 13 to 1700 hours. Small blue diamond ayah for patience. Rabbi Ishra li Sudri wa Yasser li Amri. Surah Taha 20:25-26. Writer recite when facing a heated situation. Small blue diamond Ya Halim, the forbearing. Writer recite 100 times daily to control anger and bring calmness. Small blue diamond Surah Al-Ikhlas, Su. Allah says in the Quran, and among his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy. Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. The foundation of marriage is tranquility, affection, and mercy. Rights and responsibilities are not meant to control each other, but to protect love and harmony. 2. The rights of the wife, 3:30 to 7 o'clock. 1. Financial support, nafaka. The husband must provide food, clothing, shelter, and basic needs. Quran. But the father of the child shall bear the cost of the mother's food and clothing on a reasonable basis. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:233. 2. Kind treatment, and live with them in kindness. Surah An-Nisa 4:19. 3. Respect and dignity. The Prophet said, "The best of you is the best to his wife." Tirmidhi. 4. Dowry mar. This is a right of the wife, not a favor. Quran. And give the women upon marriage their bridal gifts graciously. Surah An-Nisa 4:4. 5. Fairness. If a man has more than one wife, he must be just and fair with each of them. 3. The rights of the husband, 7 to 10 o'clock. 1. Respect and obedience in halal matters. The wife should respect her husband's role as leader of the family. Quran. Men are protectors and maintainers of women. Surah An-Nisa 4:34. 2. Guarding honor and home. A wife must protect her husband's trust, dignity, and property. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. Surah An-Nisa 4:34. 3. Love and support. A wife should be a source of comfort, not conflict. The Prophet said, "The world is an enjoyment, and the best enjoyment of the world is a righteous wife." Muslim. 4. Fulfillment of intimacy needs. The wife should not deny her husband without valid reason. 4. Balance of rights, 10 to 1300 hours. Islam balances rights beautifully. The husband is responsible for financial and they, your wives, have taken from you a firm covenant. Surah An-Nisa 4:21. Marriage is not a temporary contract. It is a covenant witnessed by Allah. Breaking it without valid reason is a serious matter. The Prophet said, "Of all the lawful acts, the most hated to Allah is divorce." Abu Dawud. 2. Common reasons marriages fail, 3 to 10 o'clock. 1. Lack of communication. Most couples stop talking with love and respect. Small misunderstandings grow into big problems. 2. Financial stress. When husbands fail to provide or wives demand beyond means, conflict begins. 3. Interference from families. Parents or in-laws interfering in every matter destroys privacy and peace. 4. Unrealistic expectations. Some expect marriage to be perfect like in movies, but real life requires patience and sacrifice. 5. Anger and abuse. When a husband mistreats his wife or a wife disrespects her husband, the bond weakens. 6. Neglect of religion. When Salah, Quran, and Islamic values are ignored, Shaitan enters the home. 3. Quran's guidance on solving conflicts, 10 to 1300 hours. Allah says, "And if you fear dissension between the two, send an arbitrator from his people and an arbitrator from her people. If they both desire reconciliation, Allah will cause it between them." Surah An-Nisa 4:35. Rightero Islam teaches, try to solve problems privately. If not, involve wise elders. Always aim for reconciliation, not breakup. 4. Islamic wisdom to prevent divorce, 13 to 1900 hours. 1. Patience and forgiveness. The Prophet said, "No believing man should hate a believing woman. If he dislikes one of her characteristics, he will be pleased with another." Muslim. Rightero don't focus on flaws. Appreciate good qualities. 2. Financial responsibility. Husbands must provide according to their ability. Quran. Let a man of wealth spend from his wealth, and he whose provision is restricted, let him spend from what Allah has given him. Surah At-Talaq 65. And among his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy. Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. Rightero a happy marriage is built on tranquility, sukun, love, mawada, and mercy, Rama. 2. Secret number 1. Start with good intentions, 3 to 4:30. The Prophet said, actions are judged by intentions. Bukhari Muslim. Rightero begin marriage with the intention of worshiping Allah. A husband should marry to protect his faith, and a wife should marry to build a righteous home. 3. Secret number 2. Respect each other, 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Respect is the foundation of love. Husbands should never insult their wives. Wives should not belittle their husbands. Quran. And live with them in kindness. Surah An-Nisa 4:19. 4. Secret number 3. Express love frequently, 6 to 8 o'clock. The Prophet was very expressive with his wives. He would call Aisha, R.A., with loving nicknames, race with her, and drink from the same cup. Rightero saying, I love you, and showing affection strengthens the bond. 5. Secret number 4. Be patient with each other, 8 to 10 o'clock. The Prophet said, no believing man should hate a believing woman. If he dislikes one trait, he should be pleased with another. Muslim. Rightero nobody is perfect. Focus on your spouse's good qualities instead of their flaws. 6. Secret number 5. Share responsibilities, 10 to 12 o'clock. The Prophet helped with house chores. Aisha, R.A., said, he used to sew his own clothes, mend his shoes, and serve himself at home. Bukhari. Rightero husbands should help their wives, and wives should support their husbands. This creates love and harmony. 7. Secret number 6. Keep romance alive, 12 to 1400 hours. Surprise each other with small gifts. Spend quality time together. Smile often. The Prophet always smiled at his family. The Prophet said, exchange gifts, and you will love one another. Bukhari. 8. Secret number 7. Forgive ka. True love and peace between spouses is a gift from Allah, and it can be protected through dua and remembrance of Him. 2. Duas from the Quran, 3 to 8 o'clock. Small blue diamond dua for righteous family. Rabbana hablana min azwajina wa duriyadina karata yunin wajalna lil mutakina imama. Surah Al-Furqan 25:74. Rightero recite daily after Salah for happiness and tranquility in the home. Small blue diamond dua for reconciliation. Wan imra'atin kafat min bi'aliyat anushazin I raden fala junaha alahima in yusliha bainahuma sulha. Surah An-Nisa 4:128. Rightero read with intention when there is distance or conflict between husband and wife. Small blue diamond dua for mercy and love. Recite Surah Ar-Rum 30:21 to remind yourself that love and mercy are Allah's signs. 3. Wazif for increasing love, 8 to 1300 hours. 1. Ya Wadud, O most loving. Rightero recite 111 times daily after Far Salah and blow on water, then both husband and wife drink. 2. Ya Latif, O gentle, subtle one. Rightero recite 129 times daily to soften the heart of an angry or distant spouse. 3. Surah Yasin, verse 58. Solomon Kalan min Rabin Rahim. Rightero recite 41 times and make dua for peace and mercy in the household. 4. Darud Sharif, Salawat. Rightero recite abundantly, as sending peace upon the Prophet brings blessings and removes tensions. 4. Sunnah practices that increase love, 13 to 1700 hours. Smile often. The Prophet smiled at his wives and encouraged joy. Express affection. He used to call Aisha, R.A., with sweet names. Eat together. Sharing meals increases love. Pray together. Couples who worship together grow spiritually and emotionally closer. The Prophet said, when a husband and wife look at each other with love, Allah looks at them with mercy. Bayhaqi. 5. Handling anger and conflict, 17 to 1930. Seek refuge with Adu Balahi min ash shaitan ir rajam. Change your position, sit if standing, lie down if sitting. Make wudu, as anger comes from shaitan.